Hi everyone, and welcome back to a Power Pilates flow. Today's flow is going to be a intermediate / beginner style flow. If you're new to Power Pilates, this might be a nice one to start with. Power Pilates is definitely our most advanced style of training here at Balanced Body Pilates. Definitely one of my favorites. I will be using some weights as usual with the Power Pilates flows. And if you are new to this, then make sure that you take any modifications that you need throughout the flow and any breaks, or feel free to pause the video at any time. Great, so whenever you're ready, let's get started at the back of the mat. We're going to start with a nice warm up. So taking a dip down to the knees, open up, extend, breathe in, stretch the body all the way up nice and long. Take a nice inhale, and then exhale, hands come down by your side, tucking chin to chest, soften through the knees. We're going to start to roll down, decompressing the spine, one vertebrae at a time, all the way until we get that nice forward fold on the mat. Just hold here for a second, feel the nice stretch through the back of the legs. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale, soften into the knees even more and roll back up. Restacking the spine, keeping the head really heavy, supporting your spine with your core all the way until you come back up to stand at the top of the mat. Good. And again, dipping down to the knees, opening it up, extend, breathing in, nice big reach. Inhale and exhale, tucking chin to chest and just starting to roll it down, decompressing your spine, one vertebrae at a time, keeping that head really heavy, finding that nice forward fold all the way over the body. Relax, take a nice deep breath in and deep breath out. I want you to just take a few yeses up and down of your head, just lifting the head and release. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go side to side, a few nodes of the head, just warming up through the neck. For another 3, 2, 1. Coming through the center, I want you to now walk your hands down along your mat, and we're going to pike those hips all the way up to find downward dog. Take a nice inhale and exhale to really push back and release. Let's start to pedal out through the feet, bending into one leg, extending through the other, just warming up through the legs and pushing your chest down towards your thighs as much as you can, finding that flexibility in your feet and in your entire body. All right, we'll go here for another 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, placing both heels down towards your mat, you're going to place the weight into your left foot and sweep your right leg all the way up into a 3-legged dog. Doesn't matter how high the leg goes, just try and keep that nice straight pelvis down towards the mat, finding that beautiful extension through the legs. Take a deep inhale and exhale. We're going to sweep that right foot all the way to the outside of your right hand and allow your knee to go wide. You can allow your body to open up here. If you want to drop that back knee, you can. Otherwise, keeping your knee lifted, let's take a few rocks back and forward into that front leg. So rocking the hips forward, rocking the hips back, rocking forward, rocking back. You should feel that left foot getting a nice stretch here at the same time and allowing those hips to just sink into the floor. Let's go for another 3, 2, 1. All right, coming through the center, placing the weight into your left hand. We're going to open up towards the right leg with that right hand. Take a nice big twist, inhale. Exhale to bring it back down. And again, opening it up. Inhale, nice big lift. Exhale to bring it down. Good, final one, all the way. Opening it up, holding it here, taking a few rolls of your wrist. And bring it back down. Finding the weight into your hands, strong through that left foot, strong through your core. We're going to sweep that right leg all the way back up into your 3-legged dog. Good, nice big inhale. And exhale, both feet come down to meet on the mat. Pushing that chest back down towards your thighs. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, extend, and let's place the weight into the right foot. We're going to sweep that left leg all the way up into your 3-legged dog. Good, take a nice deep breath. And on your exhale, we're going to sweep that left foot all the way to the outside of your left hand, finding that nice runner's lunge, keeping a nice wide knee. Remember to drop that back knee if you need. And we're going to just start to rock back and forward, rocking those hips forward and back, allowing that right foot to get a nice warm up here, and allowing those hips to just sink down into the floor. Let's go for another 3, 2. Now last one, coming through the center. I want you to place your weight into your right hand. Take a nice big inhale to open up and twist over to the left side. Exhale to bring it back down to the mat. Inhale to open up and twist. Exhale to bring it down. Final one, inhale, opening up, holding it up here, taking a few rolls of that wrist. And exhale to bring it back down, finding that weight strong into your hands, strong into your back foot, strong through your core. We're going to push back and sweep that left leg all the way back up to three-legged dog. Good. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bringing both feet back down to meet. Let's just find downward dog one more time. Now we're going to take a spinal wave. So lifting both heels up off the floor, waving through the feet all the way through the spine, finding a nice ripple of your spine all the way into the crown of your head until you find yourself in your high plank position. We're just going to hold this plank here for a moment, setting the core and getting ready for the workout. I want you to push your hips back so that your knees hover off the mat. Nice long spine. Exhale, coming all the way back forward, holding this high plank. Inhale to push it back. Exhale, shoot it forward. Good. Keep working through this pushback, just finding that connection into the core, finding that connection into the thighs and in to the arms. Good. We're going to go for another 6, 5. We're not going to stay here for too long, so just keep pushing. 4. Good. Final 3. Try and hold the weight of your body in your fingertips. 2. Now last one, all the way back, all the way forward. Let's hold this position here. We're just going to hold and set the plank. Hold for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Nice long spine. Nice tuck on that tailbone. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, drop the knees. Hips go back, knees go wide. Let's find that child's pose. Good, dropping the head down to the mat. And just placing your forehead into the ground. Maybe you want to lift your hands over your head. Take a few rolls of your wrists to release those wrists. And we're going to get ready to begin the work of this flow. You should be feeling nice and warm. Good. One more deep breath here in child's pose. Placing the hands back down onto the mat, tucking those back toes, pike your hips up all the way to downward dog. And then we're going to slowly walk your feet one step at a time in towards your hands, towards the front of the mat. Find a nice forward fold one more time. Soften into the knees, take a deep inhale. And then exhale to roll it up, restacking the spine. One vertebrae at a time, all the way until you come up to stand, taking a nice big roll out of your shoulders, and we are ready to get started. Okay, when you're ready, let's grab those weights. We're going to get started with some squats. So we're going to be doing a pretty standard squat, so you want to have your feet just slightly wider than your hips. I'm going to demonstrate from the side here. You want to have a nice tuck on the tailbone, keeping a really strong torso, bringing the weights up to your shoulders if that feels good. Keeping the weight of your body through the back of your feet, shoulders down away from your ears, and set nice and strong. All right, take a deep inhale. We're going to drop down towards the floor, pushing that glutes back, and then exhale, squeezing all the way back up. You don't want to come too far forward, squeezing into the glutes, maintaining that nice straight spine. Inhale to come down. Exhale to squeeze and lift. Good. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Keep working. Inhale. And exhale, really hold your core nice and strong. Hold your focus strong. Concentrate on your pelvis, keeping everything connected. Really using the glutes at the bottom of the movement and sinking deeper into your squat each time that you go down. Good, let's go for another 6. 5. Breathe. Good. Final 4. 3. Keep working. 2. Now last one. All the way down. This time as we come up, I want you to take a rise onto your toes and push your weights up overhead. Inhale to come down. Find your squat. Exhale to lift. Squeeze up to the toes. Push those weights over. Inhale, weight comes back into the heels. Exhale, push up into the toes. Inhale, coming down. You have to use your core as you squeeze up onto those toes to really balance. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale to push. Good. Working slow. There's no rush. We're doing nice, powerful movements here, but we still want to move with that intention and precision that we learn in the classic Pilates flows. Good. Let's keep pushing. Let's go for another 6. 5. Come back to that breath. Exhale to push. Inhale to lower. 4. It's okay to fall off. Just come back to it. 3. Good. 2. Try to focus on something in front of you that's nice and still. Focus your mind. That will help you focus the body. Last one. All the way down, all the way up. Good, we're gonna hold it down. Now I want you to just punch your right arm, lift your right heel, bring it back down. Punch your left arm, lift your left heel, bring it back down. We're just gonna stay low here for 8, 7, 6, really squeeze that heel, punch that arm with intention. 5, 4, 3, keep the weight through the back of the legs. 2, final 1, we're gonna hold it low, take little pulses up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, strong core, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good work. Great, let's drop the weights at the front of the mat. We're gonna come back to the back of the mat and take a nice reset. All right, so when you're ready, dipping down into the knees, opening it up. Inhale, reach the body all the way up. Nice big extension. And then exhale, coming down and starting to roll, decompressing your spine all the way until you find that nice forward fold, relaxing the head, relaxing the body. Just come back to your breath. Take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out. One more, keep that head nice and relaxed. Now let's slowly walk your hands down along your mat. We're going to drop those knees, untuck your toes, and we'll just come to a nice quick cat-cow before we start the floor part of the flow. So dropping the belly, opening the chest, breathing in. And then exhale to push away from the floor, opening up through the back of your shoulders. Inhale to drop the belly, lift the chest, extend the spine. Exhale to reverse, flexion of the spine, nice C curve and pushing away from the floor. Inhale, drop it down, extend and lift. Exhale to reverse. Good, last one, all the way down. Opening it up. And exhale. Coming through the center. All right, now nice neutral spine. We're gonna grab one of your weights and we're gonna place it behind your right knee. So you want to take a nice squeeze on that weight with your right knee, nice flexion of your foot. You can take this part of the flow from your elbows if you like, or you can stay up on your hands, whatever feels more comfortable for you today. I want you to try and be as long as you can, all the way from your tailbone, through your body and into the crown of your head. Trying to think about keeping a nice soft elbow, shoulders down and away from the ears, and holding that pelvis square towards the mat. Now we're going to stomp the sky with that right foot, squeezing up into that right glutes. Inhale to bring it down with control. Exhale to squeeze and lift. You don't have to go fast. Inhale to bring it down. You really want to take that control as you lift that glutes, maintaining the shape of your pelvis and trying not to let it open out wide to the side. Squeezing up. Inhale it down. We're going to go for 8 more reps. Squeezing up, controlled. Inhale to bring it down. Really hold that core. 7. Squeeze and lift. Inhale to lower. Good. 6. Squeeze it up. Inhale it down. Holding that core. Come back to your core. Come back to that upper body. Making sure everything is nice and relaxed. Nice long eye gaze towards the top of the mat. 4. Good. Final 3. Squeezing up. Inhale to bring it down. Final 2. Squeeze up to lift. Now last one. Squeeze up all the way up and hold it here. Let's take little pulses of that leg up for 8. 7. 6. Hold that pelvis nice and strong. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right, holding it there. You're going to drop down to that left elbow. Now I want you to open out that right leg out wide to the side. Dropping it down towards the mat to meet the other leg. And then squeezing it out open, nice and controlled into a fire hydrant. Inhale to bring it down. Exhale to squeeze out and lift. Good. Try not to tip those hips over. Try to keep those hips nice and controlled, holding that low core. The low part of your pelvis is really working here. Glutes obviously working too, but core is involved. Let's go for 6. 5. Squeeze the outer side of your glutes. 4. Good. Inhale. Final 3. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. 2. Good. Now last one. All the way out. Open and hold. Let's take little pulses for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Now hold it there if you can. Carefully reach that right arm to take the weight away from your leg. Place it down to the mat. We're going to extend that right leg out long on the diagonal. Now I want you to tap it down to the mat with control, long on the diagonal. Squeeze up, lengthen that leg as long as you can. Drive that knee in towards your right elbow. Extend it all the way back out long on the diagonal and tap it down to the mat. Really hold that core. Exhale to lift. Inhale to drive it in. Exhale to extend it out long. Inhale to tap it down. Good. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Make sure we're not swinging that leg. We're really working the leg here, using the muscles, controlling the core. Let's go for another 4. This is a hard move. If you have to stop and rest, come back to it. That's okay. Good. 3. Squeeze it up. Inhale it in. Exhale it out. Use your breath. Your breath can really help you to work through it. Let's go 2. Good. Final 1. All the way up. Bring it in. All the way out. We're going to hold it there. We're going to draw little circles in one direction with that foot. Up and around. Up and around for 6. 5. 4. Control your pelvis. 3. 2. 1. Reverse the circle. Back and around. Squeeze. Good. Keep working for 6. 5. I know it's hard. You can do it. 4. 3. Push to the end. 2. 1. Final 1. Little pulses up and down with that leg for 8. 7. 6. Squeeze that glutes. 5. Fight for it. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right. Bring it down. Good work. Give it a little tap. Let's find a nice child's pose. Knees go wide. Hips go back. Extend those arms down all the way along your mat and place your forehead onto the ground, finding center, finding the ground, finding stillness here for a moment on your mat. Taking a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good, and again, one more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to place the weight into your hands. Tuck those back toes, pike your hips up all the way to find a downward dog. Extend and release here for another couple of breaths. Good, one more. Breathing in. Breathing out, we're going to slowly walk your feet, one step at a time. In towards your hands, finding that forward fold in the center of your mat, releasing your head, softening through the knees, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and starting to restack the spine, one vertebrae at a time, all the way until your head and shoulders are the last thing to come up at the top. Taking a nice big roll out of your shoulders. It's very sweaty here today in Spain, but we're doing this, we're making it through. So we're going to move on to a little standing series. So if you can, grab your weights, place the weight of your body into your right foot, and we're going to start to find a balance through that left leg. So weights come up towards your shoulders if that feels good. If the weights are too much at any point, then just remove the weights. If your balance starts to feel too much, you can come to this point with your toe just placed on the floor. Otherwise, I would like you to try and challenge your body to lift your knee up into a tabletop position, holding, using your core really strong, focusing on something in front of you, focusing the mind to help you stay nice and still. Good. Take a deep inhale. And on your next exhale, I want you to push those weights up towards the sky, trying to find that balance and hold for another 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to take a deep inhale, and then as we exhale, weights come down to the shoulders. We're going to sweep that left foot back all the way to find a nice low lunge through the right side. Now, I want you to hinge the weight of your body straightening out through the back leg so that you have a nice hinge over that front leg. We're going to take a shoulder press of the weights. We're going to bring them back down to the floor and then drop back down to the lunge and then exhale to lift all the way back up to balance. So let me say that one more time. Inhale, step it back to lunge. Weights come to shoulders. Exhale, hinging forward, extending through that back leg. Take your shoulder press. Bring it back to your shoulder. Find your lunge and then exhale to push it all the way up. So that's the combo. All right. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, hinge forward over that front leg. Extend your back leg. Shoulder press those weights. Bring it back down to lunge. Exhale to push all the way overhead. Inhale, step it back. Strong into that core. Exhale, hinge it forward. Shoulder press those weights. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Coming down to lunge. Exhale to push all the way up into your balance. Good. Step it back. Exhale to push. Shoulder press. Inhale to come down. And exhale, coming all the way up. Good. Keep working for another 6 reps here. 6. Breathing through it. It's tough. Take your time. Inhale, step it back to lunge. Exhale, hinge it forward, shoulder press. Inhale, coming down. Exhale to push it up. 4 more. Come on. 4. We're in this together. That right side is burning, I know. Exhale to lift. Good. Inhale, 3. Exhale to push. Bring it back down. Exhale to lift. 2. Final one. No, not the final one. Nearly the final one. You're so nearly there. Come on. Keep working through it. Now we're on the final one. We're going to hinge it forward one more time. Strong through the core. Take those shoulder press here for 10. 9. 8. 7. Breathe. 6. You can do this, guys. 5. 4. 3. Come on. 2. Final one, weights to shoulders. Let's find that lunge and just pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, well done everyone. Woo, let's drop those weights. Let's come to the back of the mat. We're gonna take a nice big reset. Feel free to grab some water or something here if you need. And we're gonna come down to the floor to do a bit of core, to break it up before we move on to that next side. So take a nice deep inhale, dipping down into your knees, opening it up, extend and reach, breathing in. Exhale, tucking chin to chest, hands come down by your side, and let's just decompress your spine, one vertebrae at a time, all the way until you find that nice forward fold. Taking a nice deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Good, one more, breathing in, breathing out. Let's walk your hands down along the floor, drop your knees, untuck your toes, and we're just gonna find our way onto our backs. All right, so grabbing one of your weights, coming into a nice seated position, keeping that spine really long. We're gonna hold your weight out here in front of you. Now, I want you to think about tucking your pelvic floor up like a zip and trying to pull your belly button up in towards your spine. And then you're gonna start to collapse your body, rolling it down towards the floor, one vertebrae at a time until you find that nice shaky point at the bottom. Exhale, coming all the way back up really straight. Inhale, roll it down. Hold, feel the shakes. Exhale to squeeze it up. Inhale, can be a bit hard with the breath here, so just do whatever feels good. Exhale to lift. Good. Inhale. It's really important to try and find that control through your core. Just go to wherever you can to hold and feel the shakes. Inhale to bring it up. Good. Keep working. Exhale, bring it down. Hold, roll, and feel the shakes. Inhale. Sorry, I think I'm going the wrong way with the breath, but it's okay. Even I get mixed up. So just do whatever feels right. Good. We're going to work here for another 4. Coming all the way down. Hold, feel the shakes. Bring it all the way up. Good. Final 3. Rolling it down. Hold, feel the shakes. Bring it up. Final 2. Roll it down. Hold, nice and controlled. Good, now last one. We're going to come all the way down. I want you to hold it here where you've got that shaky point. Now I want you to push your weight up over your head. Bring it back down and then come all the way up to straight. So that's going to challenge your stability here. You might not be able to go as low to take that press, but hold where you can. Push up, bring it down, and coming up. Good, come on guys, we're going to work. We're nearly there. You've made it this far. Let's get all the way to the end of this class. You're going to feel so good after. Good, coming down. Hold it here. Let's go for another 5. Squeezing up. Inhale to bring it down. Exhale to push. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Good, 3 more. All the way down. Hold it here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good, 2 more. Come on, guys. I'm in this with you. I know that it's burning. I know that we're working hard. If you're at the summertime, same as us, then you'll know this is extra hard today. Good, coming all the way up. All right, now I want you to come down, find that shaky point, and we're just gonna work the press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, coming all the way up. Take a little bit of a reset. We're going to come back down. Inhale, to bring it down. Come and find that shaky point. Now I want you to hold your weight out here, nice and long. We're going to bring one foot up and circle the weight underneath. Switch over the other leg. You want to thread it under and thread it under. Good. Holding this nice boat position with your core. Really strong into that pelvic floor. Good. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, final bit, 1. Just hold that weight there, both feet to the floor, little pulses of the chest for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up. All right, let's take a nice quick forward fold, nice big reach up of the body. Inhale, and then exhale to come all the way forward. Release your head over your legs, and just relax your back, relax your body. Good, taking a nice inhale, and exhale. Good, one more, breathing in, and breathing out. Good, coming all the way back up to straight. Now let's find our way, sweep those legs back behind you, and we're just gonna come back to that cat-cow. So dipping the belly down towards the floor, opening up through the chest, breathing in. Exhale to reverse, pushing away from the mat, opening up through the shoulders. Inhale to drop it down, breathing in, lift that chest, extend your spine. Exhale to reverse. Good, inhale to lower. Now final bit, exhale, pushing away from the floor. And then coming to find that nice neutral spine. All right, we're gonna get straight onto that second side. So grabbing your weight, and we're gonna hook that weight in between your left knee. All right, finding a nice flexed foot with that left foot. Remember, you can take this flow from your elbows if you need to. Otherwise, staying up here on your hands, nice and soft through the elbows and through the shoulders. Really long from your tailbone all the way through the crown of your head, keeping a nice strong core. We're gonna stomp the ceiling with that left foot, squeezing up and using that glutes to really work this move. Inhale to bring it down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Really use that glutes. Make sure you're not dipping into that lower back. You want to control the move as much as you can. Take your time to feel each part of the movement. Good. Inhale to bring it down. Let's go for 8 more. Squeeze up to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale. Squeeze and lift. Nice and controlled. Inhale to bring it down. Good. Let's go 6. Come back to that core. Make sure that you're moving nice and controlled. 5. Squeeze and lift. Feeling a bit of a breeze coming through, which is just heavenly. 4. August in Spain. It is hot. Good. 3. Squeeze it up. Bring it down. Final 2. Good. Now final 1. You're going to come all the way up, holding it here. Let's take those little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, holding in 2, 1, strong into that core. Let's drop that right elbow down towards the mat, and you can open up through the left side, nice and wide. Inhale to bring that knee down towards the mat to meet the other knee. Exhale to squeeze it up to the side into your fire hydrant. Inhale to bring it down. Exhale to squeeze and lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Exhale, squeeze it up. Inhale, bring it down. Let's go for 6. Squeeze. 5. Squeeze it up. Really use that glutes. Final 4. Breathe in 3. Good. Squeeze and lift. 2. Now final 1, holding it all the way up. We're going to take those little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5. I know it's burning. 4, 3. You can do it. 2, 1. Now if you can, carefully take that weight out of your leg with your left hand. Place it down to the mat. Extend that left leg out on the diagonal. We're going to tap it down to the floor. We're going to inhale, lift it up. Drive it in towards your elbow. Exhale to extend it all the way back. Inhale to tap it down. Good. Exhale to lift it up long on the diagonal. Inhale to drive it in. Exhale to extend it back. Inhale to tap. Good. Nice and controlled. No swinging of that leg. We really want to drive it up. Controlling the moves, using the body, and being intentional as we can throughout this flow. I know it's hard. You're going to have to push through this little bit here. And I promise we're nearly done. Let's go for 4. Breathe. If it gets too much, just break and come back to it. 3. Drive it in. Extend it out. Inhale it down. Good. Final 2. Squeezing up. Drive it in. Extend it out. Tap it down. Final 1. Squeeze up to lift. Bring it in. Extend it out. Let's hold it there. Let's draw those little circles up and around. Up and around for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the circle. Come back to that core. Really hold it nice and stable through the pelvis for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Final bit. 1. Little pulses up and down. Squeezing up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, release. Let's find that child's pose. Knees go wide, hips go back. Amazing work, guys. That is a very difficult little glutes flow. So well done for making it through. We did sign up for Power Pilates today, so you knew what you were in for. We're nearly there. We're going to do that nice standing series and then take a beautiful stretch. So 1 more deep breath in. And exhale, finding the weight through your hands, tucking your back toes, pike your hips all the way up, and find your downward dog. Just take a few breaths here. Good. 1 more. Breathing in. And breathing out. We're slowly going to walk your feet 1 at a time in towards your hands to find that nice forward fold in the center of the mat, releasing the head, keeping a soft bend into the knees. Exhale, roll it back up, restacking the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way until you come up to stand, finding a nice roll out of your shoulders at the top. And we're going to grab those weights, coming to the front of the mat, finding the weight of your body in your left foot this time. And we're going to come to that balance with the right leg. So remember, you can tap your toe on the floor if that feels okay. Or you can try and lift that right knee up into tabletop and bring those weights up to your shoulders. I want you to challenge yourself to try and find this balance. Focus the mind on something in front of you that's very still. And center your core here, zipping that belly button up towards your spine to hold everything nice and strong. Good. Take an inhale. And then exhale. We're going to push those weights up all the way overhead and find the balance. Good. Just finding that stillness for 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to sweep that right leg back to find your reverse lunge. Weights at your shoulders. Inhale. Then you're going to exhale, push that weight forward to hinge forward over that left leg, straightening out through the back leg. Take a shoulder press. Inhale to bring it down. And then exhale to push all the way up, coming back into that balance. Good. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, hinge it forward. Take that shoulder press. Inhale to bring it down. Exhale to push and lift all the way up. Good. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, hinge it forward. Take that shoulder press. Inhale, bring it down to lunge. Exhale, All the way back up to balance. Good. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, hinge it forward, shoulder press. Inhale, bring it down to lunge. Exhale to lift. Find that balance. Good. Come on, guys. We're going to go 6 more reps. You're so strong. You're stronger than you think. Powering through it, using your breath, using the focus of your mind to think about the end goal. Good. 5. Take your time. Move through each of the movements. Actually going to help you to get through it. Good. 4. Good. Final 3. Push. Find that shoulder press. Inhale, find your lunge. Exhale, find that balance. 2. Inhale, step it back, lunge. Exhale, hinge it forward, press. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, balance. Final 1. Come on. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, hinge it forward. Take that press. Come back to your lunge. Find that full rep in your balance. All right, inhale. Exhale, step it back to lunge 1 more time. Inhale, come to hinge, and we're going to take that shoulder press here for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, push. 2, final 1, weights to shoulders. Let's find that lunge. Take little pulses for 8, 7, 6. Come on, push to the end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, release. Let's drop those weights down at the front of the mat. Coming to the back. And we're going to take that nice reset, ready for a quick little finisher and then a stretch. So dipping down into the knees, opening it up, extend, breathing in, lifting all the way up. Exhale, hands come down by your side, tucking chin to chest, softening into those knees, and let's just decompress your spine and roll all the way down. Good, nice and soft through that neck. Relax through your head. Relax through your body. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're going to slowly walk your hands down along your mat. Drop your knees. Find your elbows onto the floor. We're going to do a quick little plank finisher. So we need to step back into your plank. Low plank means that you're on your elbows. Hands nice and spread along your mat. Really strong into that core, nice and long through your neck. Tapping your hips down over to the right side and then squeezing up through the center. Inhale to tap over to the left side, squeezing up through the center. Inhale to tap, exhale to lift back up. Inhale to lower, exhale to come through the center. Good, keep working, let's go. 8, 7, 6, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, final 1, coming through the center and hold it here for 10, 9, 8, feel the shakes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release the knees, and let's find our child's pose. Good, hips go back. Extend those arms down along your mat, placing your forehead down into the floor. All of the hard work is done. You'll be happy to know. Well done for making it through. I'm just going to take a quick little stretch. And then you're free to go. Stay with me for the stretch. Very important after all of that hard work. Let's come up onto all fours. I want you to find the weight of your body in your left hand. You're going to open up through the right side. Take a nice big twist. Inhale. Exhale to sweep it through. Right hand comes underneath your body. Right shoulder and right cheek come down to the mat. Just relax here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Releasing those shoulders. Releasing that back. Good. One more breath in here. And exhale. Good, coming through the center. Let's go over the other side. Weight into the right hand, opening up through the left side, breathing in. Exhale to sweep it through and under. Left hand, left cheek, and left shoulder are down onto the mat. Finding that nice twist. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Good, coming back through the center. We're gonna tuck those back toes, pike your hips all the way up into your downward dog. Really nice extension. Try and push your heels down as far as you can towards the mat, pushing your chest down towards your legs. Finding the weight into your left foot. We're gonna sweep that right leg up into a three-legged dog. Good, taking a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, we're gonna sweep that right leg forward. Right knee comes towards your right wrist. And we're just gonna sink those hips down into your mat. Maybe you wanna heel toe that right foot forward towards the front of the mat. And just take a little readjust of your hips to really push down into the floor, keeping your torso high here for a moment. Reaching up, extending through your chest, extending through your neck. Taking a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, we're going to slowly walk those hands down in front of you to find a nice forward fold over that leg. Placing your forehead down onto your hands if that feels comfortable. And just breathe and allow your body to sink down into the floor. Notice how your breath comes back down to rest, slowly calming and releasing, taking a nice profound inhale and a profound exhale to really sink down lower, and just go as low as you can for your class today. And we'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, finding the weight into your hands, tucking your back toes, pushing those hips up, and find your downward dog. Extending through the back of the legs, extending through the upper body. We're going to go on to the other side, so weight into the right foot, sweeping that left leg up into three-legged dog, extending, keeping that hip towards the mat. Doesn't matter how high your leg goes, just do what feels good. Take an inhale. And then exhale, we're going to sweep forward, left knee in towards your left wrist, and just sink those hips down. Maybe you want to heel toe that left foot forward, if you can, towards the front of the mat, keeping that torso high here for a moment, extending through the upper body, extending through your neck, lift, breathing in, and exhale to breathe out, walking down. And finding your weight of your body over that front leg. Head comes down towards the hands. And just taking your time to breathe. Breath should have slowed quite a lot by now. Just taking a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, allowing your body just to sink down into the floor. One more time, really deep breath in, and a really deep breath out, relaxing through the glutes, relaxing through the lower back. Okay, when you're ready, finding your weight into your hands, tucking those back toes, and pushing your hips back up to find your downward dog. Okay, last thing here for today, we're going to take a nice ripple forward, so lifting both heels, rippling the body all the way through the spine to find that nice high plank. If you can, use the strength of your upper body to drop your chest, untuck your toes, lift up through the upper body to find your nice upward dog and release. Good, taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale to just push those hips down into the mat. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Good, let's take a look over your right shoulder. And a look over your left. Coming all the way up, extending through the front of the neck. Inhale. Exhale to come all the way back down to the mat. All right, letting those knees go wide, pushing your hips all the way back, finding your child's pose, placing your head down onto the floor. And then we're going to slowly come and find our way onto a nice cross-legged position in the center of your mat. And we'll just take our nice 3 grounding breaths all together here. Taking a deep inhale, I want you to open up through your chest, extend your arms all the way up towards the sky, nice and long through your spine, breathing in. And then exhale, hands come down by your side, spine stays nice and long. Good. Inhale, pushing up from your sit bones all the way through to the crown of your head. Reach those arms, breathe in. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Spine stays long. Final one. Breathing in, opening it up, extend. Inhale. And this time as you exhale, let's bring those hands down to prayer and into your heart space. Feel free to close down your eyes. And we're just going to come to stillness here on the mat for a short while. Maybe taking a moment here to notice how you felt through that class. Something that you felt went well, something that you feel you can take with you into your next practice. Noticing how your body feels now after the exercise. Using that to motivate you to keep up with your practice every day. Noticing how your mind feels calm, and how the focus of Pilates has helped you to come to stillness here today on the mat. And how you can take that with you into the rest of your life, outside of your practice. And we're just going to clear the mind here and try and remove all of the thoughts for another 10 seconds or so on your mat. Whenever you're ready, taking one final deep inhale and exhale to breathe it all out. Slowly starting to open up your eyes, one final roll out of your shoulders, and you are all done. Thank you guys very much for joining me on that class today. That was definitely a challenge, but you made it to this far, so well done you, and I can't wait to see you on the next Power Pilates flow.